to never go to jail. I'm fresh up out the gutter, I don't know if you can tell. I'm hustling for everything.
The NFL playoffs are...
Strap in, the first of 3 on this Sunday. What a day we have in store. Super Wild Card Weekend on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
Let's face it, it doesn't matter if you're a rookie free agent or a 15-year vet. Guiding a team to victory on the road in the playoffs, that's no small feat. And it's going to be really important for him to play mistake-free football. But equally important, create some big plays as well to give his team confidence that they can win.
Now Pickett. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Pickett. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one goes for 8 yards.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the first?
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Now inside the 25. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And the Steelers set to take the field. And you know, listen, there's 2 ways to get the number 7 seed. You can back into it or you can charge your way into it and seize it. But ultimately, once you're here, you can throw that out the window. You've got to come to play.
Yeah, you just think of that phrase, any given Sunday or Saturday as the case may be. And even though this is a 2 versus 7 matchup, don't think for 1 second that this game's going to be a pushover. Anything can happen once the playoffs begin.
Pickett back to the air on 2nd down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Under pressure, and they got to him again. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, but while that sack didn't quite have the splash of his pick 6 from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays during a great individual effort today.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Returnable here from the 38. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look here at the veteran under center, their 7th-year quarterback.
And there's really no underestimating or downplaying the incredible regular season he had throwing the football. When you throw for over 5,000 yards, that's a monster season. He's got an offense that's certainly capable of doing damage in the postseason as well. But he also understands that defense tends to win championships in the playoffs. He wants to find a way to set that aside and advance his team.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Out of the gun, Purdy going for the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Here's 2nd and 10. Purdy off the play fake. Looking left side, and he's got it in. That's Phillips. And they move this all the way down to the 9. It's a gain of 35.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Here's Purdy. And it's caught. Touchdown! Christian Watson. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Dragons go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was all capped off by a touchdown catch from Christian Watson. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And now out come the Steelers. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Here's Pickett. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Dialing up another pass here. Pickett. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And in for the Steelers touchdown. A big play there. 59 yards. And the Steelers are back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. Now a give, right side. Vaughn. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. 2nd quarter down, it's our home team with possession, as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. This is caught. Touchdown. Takedown. 23 yards for the touchdown, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Now for the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So the drive there took 6 plays. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. The Buenos Aires offense back out now. Now, right now, they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Purdy. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A gain of 32 that time.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this 1st half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
Purdy looking to throw on first down here. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Touchdown! An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Dragons continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Jack Fox set to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. They'll run again with Harris. Bulldozes past him. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there, because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
Now a first down carry for Harris. Dancing away at the 35. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now Pickett will look to pass it. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up Sackett. Pickett going to bootleg it. Under pressure, they got him again. Will Anderson. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Got it complete to Rodgers. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there. Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. This a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Well, the Buenos Aires offense back out now. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow, and I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Back to the air on second down, Purdy. Got a man, that's Ward. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Now a give, right side. Vaughn. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7.
Delay of game, offense.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Aiden Hutchinson. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Traditionally, as a defense, your #1 job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Najee Harris and the Steeler offense set to go to work once again. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Pickett looking to throw on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Now, I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Pickett will look to throw it here. And his throw here is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. To the air on first down with Pickett. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
First down, Steelers.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, Pickett. Wide open receiver, complete. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range as well, down at the 17-yard line. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And his kick here is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. So we're at halftime. A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. This offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, it may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Room here to run. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 48 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 12 yards there and a first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Purdy to throw it on first down. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked up by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Back to throw, Pickett. And that will be incomplete.
certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Buenos Aires offense back out now. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple.
Now, loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, yeah, no. Comfortable two-score lead here in the third quarter, and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that, because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back into the game.
And in for the Steelers, touchdown. Pat Freiermuth, 29 yards. And the Steelers are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and this is back to an 8-point game. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And the fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The Buenos Aires offense back out now. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Now on first down, it's Purdy. McDonald makes a catch. Still going. Touchdown! A great play there. 75 yards. And the Dragons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Here's Pickett on second down. Down the field and caught by Freiermuth. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Pickett now from the gun here. Over the middle, it's complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down. Pickett, he's going to throw it again. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
And caught up to him. We'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Purdy now on second down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll take this from one 47-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him. Find him.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. For almost 8 years, 64 stood as the NFL record for the longest field goal. That has since been eclipsed. It's now 66, but still 64-yarder. Pretty impressive, CD.
Absolutely agree with that, because if you drill a 60-yarder in an NFL game, you've got a lot to be proud of, record or no record. And only a handful of guys can even attempt it. Excellent job there, putting that one through the pipes.
The Steelers ready to take over on offense. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And some room to work. Down the sideline he goes. And bulldozing his way through. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. 107 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round. Harris. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Steelers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Buenos Aires about set for another try on offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he loses the football a second time. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Back now here on EA Sports, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The offense on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Throwing here, Purdy. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Touchdown! A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Dragons have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Pickett, he's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they played this entire game? Not only have they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
2nd down, here's Pickett. He gets it complete to Harris. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Pickett back to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
From the gun, here's Pickett. Washington's got it. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Pickett right back to the air again. And this is going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 73 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Steeler offense set to regain possession. And at this point, maybe you say, you know, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division, but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion. Pickett to throw on 1st down. Looking right sideline, that's complete. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 49 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Getting into the playoffs.